Yeah, Scruffy. Going about 10 minutes early. Maybe 5 minutes. It's losing the light. Figures are getting shorter. So just a twinge of orange in the sky. Okay, looks like you're ready. Okay. Hiding behind the chair. Okay, gonna get the food on the table. Get the glove. And sit in the chair. So the guy that is probably gonna hopefully fix my leak in the roof came today. Take a look at things. So he came this morning, and he had to come out here so he could look at it. And Scruffy was sleeping on the orange chair, and he wasn't expecting us. He was not pleased. Didn't get any footage of it, but Scruffy seemed surprised, and then jumped off the chair, and then kind of hurried off the deck. He didn't really run, but he wasn't casually walking away either. So slightly accelerated pace. I don't think he felt really threatened, but definitely didn't want to be around. So anyway, he's going to, I think, contact me in a week or so, and I think he has to schedule a time to actually do the work. So I think he thinks he can fix it, but he doesn't exactly know where the leak is. He was warning me that the way the roof leaks work is the water actually might be going in one place, and then it kind of meanders and follows, the roof or whatever, and then coalesces in the place where you actually see the water come out. And so, in order to actually patch it, he has to find the place that actually where the water is actually getting in the first place, and that's the hard part. He has, I think, 2 suspicions of where it is on my roof, and he was trying to point it out to me today. So I don't, it seemed plausible, but I don't know fixing roof leaks well enough to really know if he's right about it or not. But all I know is I don't know how to fix it, so I need somebody like him to fix it for me. So I don't want to buy a new roof if I can avoid it. So that'd be worse than the AC and furnace, which I'll probably still have to buy anyway, because those are getting old too. But the roof's even more expensive. So instead of $20,000, it's probably $30,000 or something. So anyway, I think that went well. So, and I did talk to them a little bit about water heaters, and I did my research last night, as much as I could last night. And actually, I'm having second thoughts about getting a new one right now. So a lot of things I'm reading from people are suggesting that if there's nothing wrong with it, don't fix it. So, because some people are saying they can go 30 years, and you just kind of never know with these things. And then on top of that, the new one that you might buy, it could actually be worse. might fail sooner. And then I was looking at the new ones, and actually I wasn't that impressed. At least in terms of reliability, I couldn't get a strong sense of how reliable they were. So I was reading about so there's always good opinions and bad opinions, and you never know which ones are to believe. But from the bad opinions, with I think particularly the Ream ones, which are sold at Home Depot. Scruffy's climbing. So Scruffy hissed at me and scratched yesterday, and I was wondering if he was trying to climb, and I didn't give him. And I had moved, so he couldn't climb my glove, and maybe that's what made him mad. I'm not sure. He hissed. But anyway, so with the Ream, I think they were saying, so they actually are all built the same. I don't know if this is true. They said all the models are built the same, and you're just paying more for a longer warranty. And so there's actually people are suggesting there's actually no quality difference between getting one with a longer warranty versus a shorter warranty. It's all kind of a crapshoot, and that concerns me a little. You would think if they would have some sort of quality control to try to do something to make the longer warranty ones a little better, but so I don't know. And then there's a company called Bradford White, I think, and there were really strong opinions on both sides about how good or bad they were. And so it looks like you have to be a wholesaler or plumber to actually buy them. You can't just be like retail. So I had actually a hard time looking, and then I didn't quite understand. They have different variations, and I didn't understand all the variations had something to do with, I think, the venting, and I didn't understand any of that, so I really couldn't do any good comparison shopping without learning all that stuff. And then A.O. Smith, I think, was the other big brand people talk about, and that one is sold at Lowe's. And I think opinions of it were less strong than the Reams and Bradford Whites. Still a lot of good ones, a lot of bad ones, but I don't think anyone was as adamant about them as the others. So I don't know. Part of that is I think they're a little more expensive than the Reams. I think the one thing we agreed on was customer service is better with the A.O. Smiths than the Reams. So there were a lot of nightmare stories with the Reams trying to actually get the warranty honored. So actually making a claim and getting the right people to help you, it sounds like it's a real process, and that's kind of a byproduct of them being sold cheap and en masse to Home Depot contractors. Contractors use Home Depot, whereas I guess the Lowe's caters more to retail people like me, and they'll charge you more, but you're paying a little bit for customer service if something does go wrong. The one thing I didn't like about the A.O. Smiths that I saw, though I think some of the Reams have this too, and not all, maybe not all of them, because I actually found some Reams that didn't, but they have electronic valve controls, I think that's what they called it. And so I needed gas, and basically the moment I saw electronic, it kind of turned me off, because I basically don't want this connected to the grid if I can avoid it, because if the electricity goes out, I'd still like that have the gas still working for me, and then if gas goes off, I can have the electricity work for me. So I did more reading, and it sounds like the they actually don't require electricity per se to run these electronic valves. They actually use the gas to convert it into electricity. So at least it's not dependent on the power grid. But still, in my mind, it's sort of just something that's probably more complicated than it needs to be. So it's just one more thing that can fail. And I don't really need anything fancy. I'm probably just going to set it once and never touch it again. So it seemed like overkill. That was like the one thing I didn't like about the Smiths that I was seeing. So, anyway, it's Scruffy's food time here. Oh, got that piece to come off. Good. It's about to give up for tonight anyway. There's one more piece over here. So I figure if I just lightly brush it every night, eventually it'll shed off. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, by lunchtime things were back to normal. So I think lunch was as if nothing had happened this morning. So I think everything went okay. Hi, Scruffy. How you doing? So we gave Scruffy a curveball this morning because the guy who came to look at fixing the roof, we all had to come out here, and Scruffy was sleeping on the orange chair, and we woke him up, and he got up, jumped off the chair, and I think walked off the edge of the deck. He didn't like all the strangers. He's back. It's lunchtime. Okay. Ready for food. Let me close the door. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we got some meals today. At the other side now, huh? Yep, back to the first side. Okay, let's get your food. Tonight's dinner is a fresh can of party cuts with real chicken and beef, kibble, and rotisserie chicken scraps. And I put in a little extra of that stuff too. So I think a few days ago or nights ago, Scruffy seemed a little hungrier than usual. So I've been putting a little extra food in there. And he's been eating it all, and he's been doing a pretty good job putting the bowl. Actually, I think last night he didn't do such a great job. So actually, I probably shouldn't put all the food in tonight. Now I think about it. Oh well. So if he doesn't do a good job tonight, I'll go back to the normal portions. Yeah, I think last night, yeah, he came back right when I was still outside, I think. And actually, yeah, I accidentally cut the recording a little early by accident. Didn't realize it till I was inside, so the recording I think ended in the middle of him eating on the plate. not that there was really anything that important that I missed. So yeah, I probably shouldn't have put in extra food tonight, but we'll see how he does tonight, and then yeah, if he leaves a lot, then I'll probably go back to normal portions tomorrow, if I remember. I keep forgetting things, so I think yesterday I forgot to put the fourth ball in again. Today I remembered. Distracted with a lot of miscellaneous things. So like today, we have the roof and the water heater. So anyway, I'm leaning towards not doing the water heater stuff right now since I don't have any problems. At the first sign of problems, like if I start seeing a leak or something, then I'll probably move quickly to change it out. But I think for the moment, maybe I should press on because yeah, I'm not convinced that the quality is going to be better moving forward. So try to get the most out of this current one. And oh, I received my bicycle grips, ergonomic bicycle grips today in the mail, or I think it was UPS. So I bought them from REI. I was going to buy them from Amazon, and then I found out they were charging separate for shipping, and then on top of that, they were going to ship it like the slowest shipping I've ever seen for actually paying for shipping. It was worse than their free ship. If this had a free shipping, it was like worse than their slowest free shipping, and I couldn't believe how slow that they were projecting. And so I saw with REI, it was basically the same price, and they were getting, because they were doing free shipping, but they actually were going to ship it out fast. The only difference was they didn't have I was going to get black to match what I had, and REI didn't have black, they only had red. But I said I'd rather have the grips now, and technically speaking, my bike has red highlights, so it still kind of matches, even though I don't really care that much. And thinking about it, I don't want people to steal my bike. To make it, the uglier I make it, probably better. But yeah, whatever. But anyway, yeah, it came very fast. So I think it was 2 days, and so I was surprised it came that fast. And yeah, so REI is hands down winner. Lesson learned. Don't even mess with Amazon if they're like in the same ballpark. And so yeah, I installed the grips today. and I didn't realize it, but the grips I had on the, I guess I'm not sure if they were the original grips on the bike or if the my mechanic who sold me the bike as a used bike, if he had put replacement grips on it, or maybe the previous owner put replacement grips, because I noticed there was a logo on the grips for, I think, a bike shop, but weirdly it wasn't the bike shop that my mechanic's bike shop, so some other shop. So, um, so I'm thinking maybe they weren't the original grips. But I tried looking to find out what the original grips were, and I saw a YouTube video, and it seemed like it was the same grips. So I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I was looking, and I was surprised that these grips actually had, instead of having to use, I'll move the balls for Scruffy. Instead of having to, so removing handlebar grips can be a real pain in the butt, depending on how they're put on. So usually I'm used to the cheapy ones, and you have to use like alcohol. So you have to like spray alcohol inside to get it off, and then you have to use like hairspray or something to put it back on and keep it there. I really hate that stuff. It's really hard to get the things on and off without destroying something, at least in my experience. But I also use really cheap grips, so this new grip I bought, it's pretty good quality though. I was actually surprised. It's like only $35. But anyway, I found out the old grips on my bike, they actually use clamps with screws. So you get an Allen wrench or a torque wrench, and you tighten it. And so the new ones had it, which, you know, it's a mark of a better, higher quality grip. But what I was surprised is the old grips also had screws, and so I didn't have to do the alcohol thing. So that actually saved me a bunch of time, because I didn't have to spend an hour fiddling trying to get the stupid grips off the bike. So anyway, I went for a ride this afternoon, and yeah, immediate difference with the new grips. So my fingers didn't go numb the entire trip. There are still a couple places where I can tell my hands and fingers are starting to get a little fatigued, but yeah, nothing like my previous rides where they just go completely numb or start tingling immediately or soon after. So yeah, it's a drastic difference. So I'll probably still be fiddling a little bit with it in the coming weeks, trying to get just the right position. I'm thinking maybe I need to also change the orientation of the brakes, because I've noticed that I'm gripping trying to reach for the brakes, and maybe if I change the angle, maybe I won't have to flex as hard to reach the brakes. So Scruffy ate most of it. It's just 3, 6, 9 pieces, which is actually pretty good. I put a lot in there. Stick around. So, I mean, he's satisfied. I'm obviously gonna put the last pieces of kibble on the plate and go in. I'll let him finish creaming that section, and then I'll start moving. And take a drink. No, a drink. Okay, so I'm just gonna put the food on the plate and go in. Take his water. Staying partially visible here. Well, thanks for watching. See you next time.